Okay, I'm going to start the Camisole series. I think I can get it done in a few videos. I'm not sure. Anyway, what I'm using is that same red t-shirt that I got at, that I used for the fringe beach cover-up. And basically what this is a t-shirt I got at one of the thrift stores. And it's a Curves 600 Workouts shirt. So what I did with the pattern, and it's a heavyweight blend medium t-shirt. I saved my sleeves off of there in case I want to make some cover-ups. Even though I didn't use it for this, I still have the sleeves. Excuse me. Okay, so for your camisole pattern, it's very simple. It's 2 pieces, and I didn't even put Velcro in the back. It's a pull-up from the bottom of the doll. And here's the pattern. I called it Kyla's Cami #1. And it's basically your camisole back, which is this piece, but I couldn't do it on one sheet of paper, so I put it on a fold. And then there's the first part of the camisole, and I took the design off of the t-shirt so I could get some different color in there. And then my 2 straps are right here. I made my straps a little bit longer, but you really only need, depending on your doll, you might want to expand this a little bit. Now if I just tried to take this t-shirt and fold it down across the top like this, I'm going to have a hard time sewing it. And I'm also going to get stretch where I'm not going to want stretch. So I'm going to use some of my plastic elastic. I'm going to use the Dritz for this one, but if you only have the Sewology brand, that's fine too. I cut this in half, and I try to cut it evenly so that I didn't have any tears in the plastic. If you have tears in the plastic, when you do this, you're going to end up snapping. It's going to end up snapping in half, and you're going to have a problem. Okay, as far as the needle goes, I'm using a 80-12 jersey needle and just regular thread. You don't have to. I think this needle will be fine with going through this plastic, but if I start skipping stitches, I'm going to go ahead and change out to another needle. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to put my first step is after I cut my pattern out, I'm going to do this first turn under up here. And it's very difficult to do it just the way it is by just turning it down and sewing it. So I'm going to put my plastic in here, and I'm going to give myself a tail on the plastic. So if I hold on to this while I'm feeding it through the machine, it's going to give me enough tension that my needle won't push my fabric down into my feed dogs. So go ahead and just set it there and fold it over on top of your elastic and put in a couple pins just to hold your elastic in place till you get ready to sew it. And we're going to zigzag this and go in the thread and go in the fabric and the plastic on the first side, and then into the body of the garment on the second, on the when it's on the left side. So we're going to put this line right in the channel. Okay, so once you get to that turn in the neck, you're going to pull a little bit because you're going to have to force that curve to go around. And the only way to do that is to pull. If you're doing these and you think that you're making too much of a, it's not turning out smooth and you're not getting a nice curve on the neck area, just instead of making such a deep curve, just go a little bit higher on your curve, so don't come down so low, and you won't have to work in that, but you shouldn't have any problem with it. Even with regular knit fabric, you shouldn't have any problem with making that curve, because it is such a small curve. I don't know how well this red is showing up on the camera, but it should just work just fine. Okay, so don't worry about these little tails that turn off, because we're just going to trim those right off once we finish sewing this piece of elastic in the camisole. Okay, so I've got my elastic pinned in. I've left myself about 1.5 inch tail. So the next thing I'm going to do is take it to my sewing machine. I'm going to go to a zigzag. I'm going to go with, you can go with the factory setting, or you can go a little wider on your zigzag if you want to. It's up to you. So first step is I'm going to line my machine up right in that, I call it channel, I don't know. I'm going to go right in the middle of my pressure foot. I'm going to line it up right there. So my first stitch is going to go to the right into the fabric and the elastic, and then the next stitch is going to go to the left, which is going to go just into the top of the camisole. You can probably just go stitch on top and not even worry about that, but either way it's up to you. That's just the way I like to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to hold on to my little tail here because I don't want that to go down into my feed dogs. So I'm also going to put in a couple back stitches just to secure it. Pull out my first needle and just start sewing. And I'm going to hold on to that tab back there until I have to. Until I don't have to anymore. And I think I'm safe now where I can let everything go and it's going to just sew up smooth for me. But I'm just holding on to guide it to make sure that it stays in the right location. Okay, and now we're at the very end. Backspace a couple. Okay. Alright, so that we got our first seam turned down. Okay, so now I'm going to take this elastic and I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to trim off that little tail and the little diamond that was left over from the fabric. Okay, so that'll make that elastic pop back into the fabric. Okay, same thing on this side. I'm going to trim my threads and hold on to that elastic, and I'm going to trim that little diamond, and I'm going to pull the elastic at the same time and get them both out of the way. Okay, so we've got stitch number 1 done. So we've got our neck seam done, all nice and neat, and on the back you just have a nice, I hope you can see this, you just have a nice zigzag here, and same thing there. Okay, step number 2. We're going to do the 2 front underarms. Okay, there is no, it's not, we're just going to use spaghetti straps, so we really, our back is just going to be the back of the cami, which is going to be just like this. So what we're doing now is we're going to be doing this zigzag just the way we did across the neck, and then we're going to encase our elastic in the back piece of the camisole. Okay, so I'm going to do one, and then I'll come back when I'm finishing the second one and show you where to go from there. Okay.